name is Genna Moe, and I am the Executive Director of the Art Base in Basalt, Colorado.
My name is Wynn Earl Buzzell, and I am the Design Director at a company called Demiurge, which is a sculptural fabrication studio. I'm also an architect and artist.
Wynn Buzzell, who is the artist and designer and design fabricator of MOTIO, which is the first public art sculpture to go into Basalt, implemented by the Basalt Public Arts Commission. And Wynn is here from Denver. So tell us about MOTIO. What is it? How would you describe it to someone who's never seen it before?
So it was, like you said, my background's in architecture, and I think a lot of my work is, and in biology and chemistry, so a lot of my work is often informed by those things. I tend to create work that is occupiable. I want people to be able to get inside it. It's not just this kind of, a statue up on a pedestal that you can admire, but it's something that you can engage with and even sometimes get inside. So MOTIO is like that. It was designed as this 100-foot long piece that one end has a big bench, and then the bench kind of morphs into a doorway, and you can go inside the doorway, and there's this really large occupiable space inside. And so people will see once we finished assembling all the pieces, the two largest pieces were that big occupiable space inside, and so you can still get up underneath it and feel like you're occupying it. Some of the smaller pieces are not occupiable, but the one that's going by in Riverfront Park is the bench portion, so it kind of engages you to sit on it. So all of the upper portions are aluminum, so it's actually close to 1,000 custom CNC pieces. Computer numerically controlled, so basically this big powerful laser just goes and cuts out 1,000 pieces out of a big flat sheet of aluminum.
Yep.
They're all completely unique. If you look at the piece as a whole, there's 84 human figures, and each figure has 2 feet, 2 sections of its legs, and a hip joint, and then the body, and then all of the arms and the hands.
And where are the sites?
So there's 5 of them. One of them is it's near the roundabout in Willits.
Right as you drive to Whole Foods?
Right near Whole Foods, near Willits Lane. It's right across the street from the roundabout and on this little grassy hill. It's actually a really beautiful site. And then one of them is by Riverside Park, and that's the bench section. And there's one as you cross the pedestrian bridge. There's one right on the right side as you exit there, and that one's called Strike a Pose. It's the smallest of the 5 sections. And then there's a site at the intersection of Two Rivers Road and Highway 82. That's also one of the larger of the 5 sections, and I'm calling that piece Hitchhiker because it's kind of like reaching its hand up, like it's asking for a ride.
So MOTIO 2.0, do each of the 5 segments have their own names now?
Yes. Yep. So in its first life, it was just MOTIO.
Yep.
In this new chapter, it's MOTIO 2.0. And so, in the signage and stuff that we've created, it's actually like MOTIO 2.0.1, 2.0.2 through 2.0.5. And so they each have kind of a unique identity. Most of which was dictated by their shape or their form, just something that, one's called Strike a Pose, one's called the Hitchhiker, one's called Hitch Kick, which is a dance move, one is called the Purple Portal.
Do you envision a MOTIO 3.0?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what it's going to look like,
obviously,
or where it's going to go, but we're definitely thinking about it going on. There's, 3.0, 4.0. We want the piece to live on. We've thought about putting lights on it. We've, thought about painting it other colors, or maybe taking the paint off and doing something different. There's just like lots of possibilities for it, but we definitely envision it living on after Basalt.
Nice.
Yep. I like the idea of it kind of like collecting these memories. It's like it was really exciting to see it at the art museum and seeing people engage with it, and they had dance performances out in front of it. So having it come here to Basalt, I'm really excited to see how people engage with it and how people enjoy it, And I think of it as kind of collecting these layers of memory every time it goes somewhere new.
Yeah.
So.
Wynn Buzzell, the designer and chief artist behind MOTIO 2.0, and it has 5 sites throughout Basalt, it being the sculpture, or sculptures, depending on how you want to think about it. And they will be on view for the next 2 years through June of 2019. So make sure to get out and check them out. Thanks so much.
No, thank you.